Hello, guys. I am Debonair, and I am your host of the Debonair Gaming channel found on YouTube, which is new to your ears, but not to the game. You can also hear our podcast on iTunes, Google Play, and Anchor. So links are going to be in the description. And today, what you're going to be learning is how to podcast the Debonair way. All right. So if you're interested in it, then stay tuned. So, my podcasting platform of choice is Anchor, and this is because of how streamlined it is. And it's also possibly because this was one of the first podcasting platforms that I had desired to use, and it has worked for me ever since. It is relatively easy to use, and it has some awesome features. So, if you're interested in Anchor, definitely stay towards the end of the video to figure out how you too can get your own podcasting station. Now, this is the Debonair Gaming Podcast. And this podcast is designed with you in mind. We talk about a lot of gaming and tech-oriented type of things. As you can see, I have a ton of podcasts for you to binge on. And what I like about podcasting, is that you can listen to a podcast. You don't have to watch it. So you can listen to a podcast and be able to do other things. So whether you're bike riding, whether you're taking a bath, showering, so many other things that you can do besides watch YouTube videos as well. Although I hope that you enjoy watching my YouTube videos. Moving along. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to hit the word record. Now I currently have a podcast in the works. I currently have a podcast up. I just posted it 40 minutes ago. I named it So Very Much to Learn. And so the cool thing about Anchor and a lot of applications nowadays is that they actually do have internal recording as long as you have a pair of earphones that work. This increases the sound quality of whatever it is that you're recording. So definitely make sure that you have a pair of earphones for this application. Although you can use it without earphones. It's perfectly fine. All right. So what I'm going to be doing is in the next segment, I'm going to be showing you all the features, and then I'm going to be showing you exactly how to use it. So here we have your profile, and your profile consists of how many people have favorited your video. Have favorited your podcast. How many people have you favored? Okay, or you like to listen to podcasts, and applauses happen when you are listening to a podcast. There is a button that you can use to applause their video or their podcast. It's kind of like clapping. It's kind of like liking a video or liking. The cool thing is, though, you're not obligated to one like. You can like multiple times. As you can see, I have 254 there. Moving along. And so there we have Debonair Gaming G, ready to be a part of the revolution of gaming and tech. Listen here and help us change the world of gaming through chatting, planning, and creating. Also, awesome rewards await those who join me in the battle for the return of good video games. Okay, and you can read the rest of that if you desire. It's not an obligation. You don't have to. But as you can see also below, I have www.debonairgaming.com, where you can get all this content and much more. And I have www.gamesmoneyknowledge.ga, again, where you can get all this content and more. Later on, I let you know how to build websites, why I built those two websites, and what other websites I plan on building, and how you can be a part of that. So make sure that you subscribe and follow and hit the notification button so you know as soon as I put my newest content out. Forgive me for not looking at you guys all the time, but I'm so beautiful. All right, so that is your profile. The way you set it up is you go into your settings, although they show you that when you first begin, and from here on out you can have the ability to put in your Google Play Music. It shows where that's going to be. Your Apple Podcast, it shows where that's going to be. Overcast, Pocket Cast, Radio Public. Those are all other platforms that I'm actually thinking about looking into. Although I don't have to, from the very comfort of Anchor, I can podcast to all of those. So that's pretty cool. You get to choose your photo. So I chose my photo from my other phone. I don't have this photo anymore in this phone, but I should get it again. Or I should get it again. As you can see, logo cover on art. Logo on cover art and anchor post roll in episodes. Um, I gotta figure out what that is. Post roll, I think, is like at the end. Yes, it's at the end. So you can now get rid of that. That's excellent. So I'm going to get rid of that. And the post roll basically is like a little ad at the end of the of your podcast that states that you created it with Anchor. I on my other podcast that is on there, I didn't know that I could get rid of this. Now I just found out. Hey, hey. And so, booyah, there you go. Now, I'm in the category of games and hobbies. I probably should change that a little bit, or I wish they also had a secondary category, which is also like learning and stuff like that. That would have been cool. English language is what I'm using. I'm not from New Jersey, but that's what they've chosen there. My content is not explicit, so you get to choose that. You get to place your name. I am Debonair Gaming on here. You get to place what's in your bio. I think I'm going to change that up later, but that's what I have for the meantime. My email, if you guys want to contact me, is debonairgaming@outlook.com. So hit me up there. And this custom URL is basically like a RSS feed. If you post this anywhere, it's going to take the people to the most up-to-date podcast that you have available. So make sure to keep some content on your podcast station so that anyone who places that or touches that URL can head directly over there. You can place this podcast, or you can place that URL in a RSS feed, and that will allow you to always get up-to-date podcasts on, let's say, a website that you're building. So definitely take the time to use that custom URL. Awesome thing here is you can also connect the Anchor to Twitter and Facebook and Spotify. I currently don't have a Spotify, but I'm going to be connecting it once I get everything else situated. Then you can also get help from visitors on visiting the Anchor support. And you can also email Anchor, and the developers of Anchor actually do listen to everything it is that you have to say. They are very responsive. I haven't really had any issues, so we'll see where that goes. After all is said and done, you hit save, and it's all saved, as you can see. You hit back, and we are going to move along. Now, the notification bell actually lets you know when people have favorited your station. When people favorite your station, that means that they're going to get your podcast when you post them. So that's going to be in their feed. Now, the weird thing is it'll tell you also in the notification bar, although I haven't had one in a little while. But you can also go to the listen section, and as you can see, your favorites. You can see all. And these are all of my favorite podcasters on Anchor. If you would like me to favorite you, all you have to do is 1, favorite me, and 2, come by and let me know where you saw the video from, and I'll be more than happy to assist you, more than happy to listen to your content if I enjoy it. I'm not promising anything. I'm not interested in everything. So definitely take the time to do that. And these are all of my favorites. I'm not going to put their links in the description because I have a lot of favorites that I just have been so busy I couldn't listen to all of their content. So I'm making my way through it. So moving on. So you also have the share button. This works just as well as any other share button. You press it and it's going to give you choices of placing it on Blogger, Keep, in an instant message, Bluetoothing it to someone, all that good stuff. So let's see. The notification bell is not only for people who have favorited your station. You can actually send personal messages to people by going to their favorite or going to them after they sent you a voice message. Or you can head to a person's, oh cool, you can head to a person's page directly. Let's just go through there real quick. head to a person's page directly and click the message button. Once you click on the message button, you hit record and you get to send them a 30-second message, if I'm not mistaken, or a minute. I think it's a minute. Hold on, let's see. Yeah, that looks like about a minute. So I'm going to undo that. Hopefully that didn't take over the audio. Otherwise, this will be a waste of time. And I have to listen to hers in a little bit, so I'm going to do that. Okay. So now we get into the good stuff. After I've pressed profile, after I've pressed record, you get these options. As I said, this is adding a message or sending a message to someone. Now Anchor has the ability to allow you to listen to, anything you post will be saved in this folder. Or anything you record, even if you make it private, still will be saved in this folder. So if you want to create a little commercial of some sort or something, then what's going to happen is it's going to be here and you can just use it and paste it into any of your projects, which is awesome. But now Anchor also has the import feature, and the import feature allows you to go into your phone, actually go into your phone and grab content, audio content from here. So remember, it only takes audio. Okay, it only takes audio. It looks like it might take pictures too. But as you can see, here's an audio file right here. So I'll place that there. And let's see. It should be at the very top. There it is. Right there. Now, it's currently being imported. It's the Sam Smith. And now we can listen to it. Right? It's the instrumental. And now I can use this in a podcast. It's going to be the whole song, so it's going to add the whole 3 minutes to the podcast. I think I could shorten it, but I doubt it. You could shorten it with the actual shortener application of some sort, and then that would let you, make it smaller and put it in the podcast while you're listening or while you're podcasting. Anchor also has its own features. It's connected to Spotify. So you can type in here whatever song you're looking for and add it to your podcast. Right? If you want me to. All right. And you hit the plus button, that's going to add that to your podcast. However, when other people listen to it outside of Anchor, like maybe on YouTube or something like that, that song may not be there. So let's see. They also have little transitions that you can use. Okay. Has transitions you can use, so that's pretty cool. Next, if you hit the record button, they also have an invite friends, and you can invite up to, I think, 5 friends, all on one podcast. So that's fun. I haven't done that yet. If you would like to be in a couple of my podcasts, let me know. I think the podcast can only exist, or it only is as big as 15 minutes. So you guys are going to have to may have to reconnect with each other to do longer than 15 minutes. So that's that. However, when you're regularly recording, it lets you do it in 3-minute intervals. So I haven't seen exactly how long that one pretty much goes. But 15 minutes seems to be the max because it's rendering your audio. So I guess they don't want to do it in bigger chunks than that. That definitely takes longer anyway, so it's understandable. Moving along. Now, as I said, you press the record button. If you press the button and swipe up, press and hold and swipe up, it'll stay recording and you record as long as you want. I think up to 15 minutes. If you hit the find a co-host button, It will find a co-host, swipe to see what other people's are waiting to talk about right now, or add your own. So someone wants to talk about death, podcast ideas is always up there. New to anchors is always up there. Awareness and belief, that sounds like something I would be interested in. And online dating, 5 questions, and then you click it, and then you wait for a co-host to podcast with. I'm not going to do that here because I'm doing this video, but you can definitely get that there. Now, let's see. I want to make sure that there isn't anything that I have missed. Let's see. Podcasting, new episode. Wow. I think I've actually hit everything. Is it possible? Whoa. All right, so let's see. This is my podcast here. Okay. And we can dismiss that. I think I found everything. All right, let's see. So I've showed you this, showed you that, showed you that, showed you this. And yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it. Yes. So this podcast can be heard everywhere, or the podcast can be heard on all of those platforms that we talked about before. After you create a podcast, you're also able to change the picture for the podcast. So let's say go to your profile, you tap the podcast, you can tap edit the description, edit the title, and you can edit the order that everything is in. You can tap the picture and choose an existing photo in your photo gallery or not. And yeah, so I feel like I may have missed something, we could be forgetful, us creatives and all, but let's make that as big as I can. But if you enjoyed the podcast, no. If you enjoyed the video, let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, let me know in the comment section below. I would like to thank all of you who are watching. Thumbs up the video, and I'll make sure to post way more content on the channel overall. Just trying to help people who are entrepreneurs like myself, get out there. We got some projects in the work. Our next video is going to be how to make a website in less than 24 hours. And then after that, I believe we're going to go to how we're going to make money online in less than 24 hours. So with all that being said, thank you guys for stopping by. I am Debonair, the host of the Debonair Gaming channel, which may be new to your ears, but we're not new to the game. I'm coming to you from my HQ, and I hope that you continue to enjoy your 2018. I will see you guys later, and thank you again.